Hi everybody, let me know when you can hear me so I'm making sure I've got this going good. Hi everybody, Alright, I've got comments up I think. Hi Tracy, how are you? Okay, so tonight we're gonna do, hi Karen, how are you? Tonight we're gonna do the bear. And I have all of my pieces cut out and hopefully as much prep work done as I could so that you guys don't have to sit here and watch me think about it and struggle to make one because I have not made this animal yet. Hi Tammy, how are you? So once we start sewing, I'm gonna move you guys and give you a better view, hopefully, so you can see the table and the machine. For right now, I'm gonna show you some of the things we have. So let me grab the main panel. Okay, hi Pat, how are you? So I have my main panel. It's going to be the bear, but it's going to actually be a panda. So I have this on some like wax paper so I could try and like not touch it because every time I was touching it earlier, I was getting ink on it. This is white stardust from My Punk Bradery. So don't touch it until you're ready to use it. And that's why I have it sitting on this. So I'm going to put it to the side. And we will start with the ears, just so you guys know. So then I have all of my pieces. I have the muzzle, the little piece that's going to go under it. So these. And the little nose. I have 2 feet, 2 sets of eye patches, eye whites, whatever those are called, and then the pupils. And everything I have labeled left and right on the back. And then I have 2 ears. So all of the pieces, the facial features, I cut all of those out using my Cricut. So this pattern is going to come with SVG files. I also have this template. So this is the template that you'll get in the pattern. And I did a couple of things. I cut out the muzzle and then I cut out the second layer of the eye. If you see, I punched some holes here because we are going to attach the ears with rivets, but you won't see them in the end. What other holes did I put? I punched holes right here just so I can make markings on where I want my lines to be. And for the ears, there's these markings here that are going to help us for what part of the ear gets sewn on to the bag versus what part of the ear is kind of free falling. Hi Mom, hi Dad. I'm not sure which one of you it is, but oh Mandy, I don't have a scan and cut. I used my Cricut Maker and my Cricut Maker and I aren't good friends. Things never really go well when I use it. This material was no exception. I thought I was going to cut it with the right setting and sure enough it ate it the first time, but I figured it out. So if you're using Stardust from My Punk Bradery, I think I got good results with the faux suede, more pressure, and the rotary blade. I need a new rotary blade though. Okay, so the ears, there's these markings here on the ears. So from here to here will be sewn and it'll just be the ear. It won't be sewn to the bag. So just from here to here is going to be sewn to the bag. Hi, Demi. Demi is the designer. So the pattern is set to release this weekend. So I will show you how I'm going to do the ear. It is a little bit different than the way she wrote it in the pattern, but that's because I like to edge paint and I also don't like glue. So there's that. And I have another template that I cut just for the remainder of the features so I could place everything nicely. So I cut the whole eye out on this one and just the nose and then the little like mouth, tongue piece, something like that. You don't have to print the template twice. You could definitely do it with one, but I wanted to do that. So then I have the other pieces that I kept here. The muzzle for the nose piece. I cut the nose out twice. And then I have the left and the right ear pieces here. And I have the holes punched here for rivet placement. And I labeled these left and right. And then I have the eye pieces here as well. And this is going to be the innermost part of the eye. So all this is just going to help us place it on and make it beautiful. So let me get you guys so that you can see this better, hopefully. I'm the master of pattern placement. Okay, can you guys see everything? Let me know if this isn't, let me move you up actually. Sorry, I know I'm shaking you around. Okay. I'm hoping that'll be an okay view for you guys. If it's not, let me know because I am watching the comments over here. So the first thing I'm going to work on is going to be the ears. So I transferred the markings from the pattern on the ear. I cut one out with the Cricut, and then I put a piece of Decoville Heavy on the back. And then I cut another one that's just square. I drew it on, and I have the markings on here. So what we're going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is mark, I'm going to punch this hole. And I just want to be super sure, because I don't think that's where that hole belongs. Maybe it is. It is. Okay. I'm going to punch the hole here. And I'm going to grab some rivets. So I'm going to place the rivet post in through here. So it's going to be sticking out the back here. And then I'm going to take my double-sided tapes paper off. And see, I have these lines here. I'm going to match everything up. Okay, so see the rivet is in here. I've got the post in the back. And then at the end, what'll happen is you'll attach it to the actual face, just like that, and then you'll set the rivet here. But I'll show you when we get there. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to stitch from this line all the way around to this line. Thank you.
I'm taking Nick.
You're taking, okay. Where are you going?
Jose Joe's.
Okay, be careful.
Okay.
Bye. Sorry guys, a couple of the kids are going out. And the dog's gonna bark, I guess, because he's a baby. Okay, so we're gonna sew from this line all the way around to this line. I know you can't see those. And I'm going to, Woody, come here. I'm gonna pull my threads to the back on each side. So let's do that real quick. He's just gonna cry for a minute, I'm sure, because he sees the kids leaving. Let me grab it. Come here, buddy. Come on. Say hello to everybody really quick, Sue. Stop crying. Say hi. Hi, world. My name is Woodhouse. All right. Go lay down, baby. One more time. I just want to make sure I put him in the right spot. Yeah. All right. So let's stitch. And I'm going to stitch with a 4.5, and it's going to be 1/8 of an inch away. Buddy, come here. Woodhouse is super cute. He's a bit of a crybaby. He's not even 1 yet, so Woodhouse isn't used to ever being alone. We call him our COVID puppy. Okay, so leave your tails long. Right now, this is what I have. Hoping you guys can see that. So I'm going to pull my front threads through to the back. And we're going to just tie them off and melt them. Okay. Grab a lighter. Hi, Danny. All right, so that's what we have right now. I love my snips too. These are from Weft and Warp Co. Demi, I'm glad your friends could make it. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to leave tails long again, and I'm going to continue stitching the rest of the way. The only difference here is I'm not going to pull my threads back, tie them off, all that good jazz. This is not how it's written in the pattern. And I'm going to do this because I'm confident in my ability to stitch a second time in the same exact hole, because I'm going to stitch these and then we'll edge paint. Once the edge paint dries, I'm just going to pull the stitches out from here to here. And then this is going to be the piece that we re-sew right to the face of the animal. So if you're not confident in your ability to re-stitch in the same hole a second time, don't do this. Do it like the pattern says and use some glue. I don't like glue. So you're going to start in the same hole that you left off on, and then just keep going the rest of the way around the ear. And just go slow around the curves. It'll be a little weird with the rivet back there, but just take your time and you can maneuver your piece a little bit. And when you get back to the end, I'm going to make sure that I land in the same hole that I started in. Okay. So the ear is stitched all the way around now. It is an industrial machine, Danny, for sure. All right, I'm gonna cut these threads short, but not crazy short. See, I think it's loud. That's so funny you think it's quiet, because I think it's a really loud machine. All right, so this is what we have. And just in the interest of time, I'll probably only do one ear live so that you guys get a chance to see me do all of the other pieces. Let me grab some scissors real quick. And I'm just going to make sure that my marks are still here. And this is just a silver leather marking pen. So now I'm going to come around and I'm going to trim the piece that I didn't cut exact. Don't trim the piece that your Cricut cut for you though. Okay. I also should say I did hit all of these facial feature pieces with a lighter to get the fuzzies off the edges before I started. The only pieces that I'm going to edge coat are the ears. I won't be edge coating any of the other basic facial features. Okay. Now we have two. It's the same size. This pen, you can get this pen on Amazon. At least here in the US you can. All right, so I've got my lighter because I just cut a piece. Don't melt your threads. The ones that you're leaving long, don't melt those. All right, I got the fuzzies off. Now I have some edge paint. And I'm gonna put the first coat of edge paint on now so that it can dry, and we'll just kind of flip-flop back and forth between putting another coat on until I'm happy with the coats that it's gotten. And this is Giardini, I think it's called, edge coat. So the first time I just go around the whole thing twice. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but it's just soaking the edge coat base right up. So we're gonna let it soak it up for the first round. Let it dry. And I keep my, I use just a small amount of base coat at a time in this little resealable container so it's airtight, it doesn't dry out. And I'll pour some in, but then I'll also put a little bit of water in, and that helps keep it nice and smooth once I've applied it. And then I don't have to sand it in between base coats. And we'll probably come back to the ear and put like 2 more coats of this on This way we give it a nice edge and build it up for the paint. Okay, so here it is. I know it looks exactly the same, I'm sure, on camera. I'm gonna set it to the side. And I gotta get my cup of water so I can rinse off my little paint thing. Let me read some comments. Oh, Mandy, you called stores to find Giardini base coat. Are you in the US? Oh, you had to order it. Hi, Delva. So glad you could make it. All right, I'm gonna let that dry and hopefully not dump this disgusting cup of water. And I'll do the other ear off camera. Okay. So now I'm gonna grab my main panel. And the first piece I want to place down is going to be this little doohickey here. I don't know what it's called, but it's cute. All right. So that's this piece right here. It will be really nice gifts for grandchildren. You're right, Tracy. Delva, it's still an edge painting brush. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it for you. So I have double-sided tape on the back of most of these pieces. So I placed the template and then I put the piece in it where it belongs. And I'm going to hold the piece down in the center and then I'm going to lift the template off. And I'm going to switch my thread color to white. Here's hoping I don't get this white panel dirty. Oh, you can't get base coat in Australia? That stinks, Demi. You did make it, yes. The template comes with the pattern, so you will be able to print it as many times as you want if you don't want to cut multiple facial features out in one. I tried to do it all in one, but I was afraid my template might fall apart because I'd basically be cutting everything out of it. So I went with two. Two seems to be good. But you could definitely do it out of one. Or you could just look at it and wing it too. And so the files that come with the pattern, they're going to be, you're going to get a cut file for all the facial features. And Demi, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you've got cut files for all of the main pieces as well. And then there's going to be this file with the template. So it's a PDF. You'll print it at 100%, and you'll have to piece together the template here. But then after the template, you will have all of the other pieces as well. So if you don't have a cutting machine, that's what you'll be using, and you'll still be able to create these animals even without a cutting machine. Darn it, I didn't even touch it, and I already got something on it. That's why I can't have nice things. All right, so I've got this piece down, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stitch it down at 1/8 of an inch away, and I'm going to leave my tails long. I'm not going to backstitch, and like I said, I already hit these with the lighter to get the fuzzies off the edges. And then I'm going to stop for a second and I'm going to pull my threads to the back. Get these up and out of the way so they don't get tangled up. And then when you get to the end, so the second to last stitch, I'm going to hand crank because I want to make sure that I land in the same spot that I started in. And so we're going to do the same thing we did with those ears. Pull everything long. Pull them to the back. Beautiful. And then tie everything off. I'm glad it helps clear instructions up for you, Tracy. Not everybody can follow a pattern just by reading it. Some people just need to see somebody else do it. Not always that the instructions don't make sense, but maybe they just aren't crystal clear at the moment. And then you see somebody do it and you're like, aha, yeah, that makes sense, right? I forgot to say, I did apply my Decoville Heavy. This is Decoville Heavy on here. It's outside of the seam allowance, and I applied it before I even started putting any facial features on this, as I'm sure you can see. And I just like to smush the tails down so that I know it's not going anywhere. Okay. Now I'm going to take the other template here and I'm going to lay it down. And you see how the edge of the black line here for this piece is kind of matching up with the piece that I just put on. That's what we want. And then I'm going to grab the muzzle piece and I'm going to take all of my paper backing off of the double-sided tape. Mandy, you need to be shown. That's okay. Yes, I'm throwing the paper backing for the double-sided tape on the floor. Sometimes it's easier just to sweep it up when I'm done. All right, and then we're going to carefully place this muzzle piece. Okay, and then hold the piece down and then pull the template away. So you see we've gone over the piece that we just put down and stitched. And now we're gonna stitch this one down right over. Same way. Perfectly lined up. I tried. We both know I'm not going to accept it if it's not perfectly lined up. And just so you all know, when the pattern releases, I think it's coming out, I think she's ready in just a couple of days here. The pattern's going to come standard with a cat face and the dog face. I don't like some of these stitches, so hold on. The pattern's going to come standard with a cat and a dog face, and then you'll be able to purchase several other faces in a add-on pack. So make sure you pay attention when the pattern comes out to the options that you'll have and the other faces there will be. And then I do know that she does have plans to release additional animal faces in the future. So if there's something you love and you want to see, make sure you hit her up and let her know. I think we just need like a couple more days, if I'm not mistaken, it sounds like. Yeah, so I took the frog that I used for my thumbnail in this photo. I took that frog to work with me yesterday. We had an offsite event a couple hours away, and I just tossed some basic things in it. Yes, I pulled all of those stitches, and I will restitch them when I get back to it, because I wasn't happy with the way they looked. They were pulling through. And then I changed up my tension so that the rest of them look better. So I took the frog with me yesterday to my offsite at work, and someone that is on my team made comment that he loved it, he thought it was really cool, and he had a friend that he wanted to snap a picture for and show him that, you know, makes bags, wallets, little... Anyway, so I said, sure, you could take pictures, and turns out that's who it was, Demi. So I didn't know that until today. I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention when he was talking. Perfect, these look better. Lysandra, yes, there will be a link to the pattern as soon as it goes live. I will update the description to include the pattern link once one is available. It is not released yet, though. It should be before the weekend is over, or, you know, in the next handful of days. But it is almost complete. Testing is pretty much wrapped up. I know there's just a couple of housekeeping things that Demi wanted to take care of before she releases her very first pattern to the whole wide world. So remember, I pulled some stitches here, so I still want to be mindful that I end in the same position that I began. And then I'm just gonna keep going through the stitches that I took out. I promise I will read comments in just a minute. So same thing, I'm going to pull everything to the back. Look at how beautiful that is. I know it's all just white so far, so it's really not much, but all right, let me catch up on comments. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going too slow, Demi. I mean, you know, I like my stitches to look beautiful. I do go slow with anything that's got a curve. I will definitely stitch pretty slow. If the stitches are going to be seen like these, if I'm top stitching, or in this case, applique. You sound like a drunk sailor. Oh. The vinyl is really sparkly. It's a US based company, so I don't know if they ship to Australia, but it's called My Punk Broidery. And once the live stream is done, I will definitely link them for anybody that's interested. Maybe you guys can get some of it there, but it is beautiful. It's so soft and drapey. Okay. Thanks, Tracy. Lysandra, it is not a 1541. It is an 1181N. No, Demi, I know what you meant. Okay, so for now, I'm going to change back to the black thread, and then we're going to do some more of the facial features. Maybe. Where'd my pen go? There we go. What's everybody doing this evening or this morning if you are over in Australia with Demi? And real quick before I start stitching again, I'm just going to check on that ear. See if it's dry yet. Ooh, Delva, that one sounds really nice. I've seen some pictures. Did I not put the bobbin in? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's take a look and see how it's doing. It's dry. There's my... Where'd I put the little cup of... Oh, what the heck? One second. I'm not sure where I put my base coat. Couldn't have gone far. Right? Oh, there it is. Alright. I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't drip base coat all over the place when I do it. So see how we're just kind of building it up? And you could definitely do this on all of your pieces, all of your facial features. I didn't really think it was necessary for the facial features because they're going to be sewed flat down. But I definitely think that if you're making it and you have, as someone called it, pokey outy bits, you'll want to base coat and then paint. And you can do it to match. It looks really awesome when people do contrasting color. I'm not that good of a painter though, so you will always see me doing a matching color. Okay, I'm gonna put that back up here and let that This applicator is really, really nice. And what makes it nice too is working with this small cup. So you can't, you know, it's never gonna dip too far in where you're gonna have base coat like up here on you and it just gets messy. Those of you that have edge coated for a while probably know exactly what I mean, but this one, it moves really, really well. All right, in 20 minutes where I forgot where I put the base coat again, remind me that it's on my cutting table. Oh, you made the Mayfield. That one's a very beautiful one. I love that. I've made several of them. Okay. I don't like those like pointed base coat applicators. I don't enjoy them. Okay. So now let's go ahead and put the nose on. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm making sure that the lines on my pattern here, these lines are gonna match up with the piece here. So I'm gonna adjust until it does match, or I get sick of it and decide that I'm happy with the placement. And then I'm gonna grab my little nose piece, and I'm not sure which way it goes, so I was right the first time. Okay. So I'm gonna take my double-sided paper, okay. And let's stitch that down. And then just so you guys know, we're gonna do the applique face tonight. And then in another video, I will show you the assembly of the rest of the bag. And then if there's enough interest, I can show you guys how to do other faces as well. So this pattern, yes, it's from Demi, the designer. She is on here. It is her very first pattern ever, and it is set to be released in just a couple of days. So you will, standard with the pattern, you will get a cat face as well as a dog face. And then there will also be a pack with a bunch of other animal faces in it that will be available when the pattern is launched. So you will have lots of options. When you attach small pieces and curves, no, Dova, I am using the same exact stitch length the whole way because I want everything to look uniform. So I landed on a 4.5 stitch length. That was what I liked the best when I was testing. I tried 4 and I didn't like that. I mean, I did not like it, but I like my stitch to be a touch bigger. And then I went up to 4.5 for the next one, and I really liked that. So that's what I decided on. So all my applique is done at 4.5. The only time I change the stitch length is if I'm at the very last stitch and things aren't going to line up. And it looks like if I change it to a 4, I'll make it. Otherwise, I hand crank. Some of my double-sided tape came up. There we go. Okay. So he's got a nose now. The website, I do believe that she's on Etsy. Is that right, Demi? I could be totally wrong. All right. So, I don't know why, but I didn't, oh, I know why. All right, let's do the paws. So, paws. I think this is my left paw. Yep. I should have cut the paws out, but I didn't. I did this on my last one too. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna take right in the seam allowance and I'm gonna transfer the marking for the paw. And it curves right along with the base of the bag, so there we go. Okay, and I'll put the other one down too while I'm here. You can already see the nose shape. Yep, it's so cute. And then the, because we're making it into a panda, the eye patch piece, if you will, is gonna kind of lay over this, the muzzle. Oh shoot, should I put that down first? Hold please. Whoops. When you do it, put your eyes down first. It's fine. Everything's fine. Dang it. I'll pull the stitches when we get there. It's fine. We'll make it work. Oh no! My edge coat ear fell off. We saved it. It's good. Okay. Let's put the paws on. So yeah, start with the eyes. That's my bad. I knew that too. Okay. This is going to, it'll be fine. I can fix it. Watch, I'll fix it. It'll be fine. Nah, I'll fix it. It'll look just like it's supposed to. Yeah, see, Tracy, we make a lot of mistakes here on my channel, and then you learn how to fix them all because everybody's human. This one you can backstitch on, it's in the seam allowance. I don't know why I didn't do it at the beginning, but it is an easy mistake to make. All right, let's do the other paw. So see, Delva, that's where I'll change the stitch length. Just in that kind of position, if you're still here. If not, and you watch it on playback, hopefully you see that. That is true, Danny. I have heard that. But alas, I'll fix it. Okay. Now, I'm going to take back this one and I'm going to lay it back over, making sure everything is lined up, but most importantly, making sure that my paws at the bottom are lined up. Because now I'm going to transfer the holes that I punched. So that I can just stitch, make these markings on the paw. So there's these teeny tiny little markings that you probably can't even see. Well, you could see this one. So I'm going to stitch straight down from there with a ruler because sometimes I stitch like a drunk if I don't draw it. I'm going to draw it really light. See, that's why I drew it. I don't like the angle I chose for that. Baby wipes to the rescue. Blame it on the cuteness. That's a good one. It is very cute. Okay. I knew I should have drawn it like the beginning and the end of the line so that I could match it up, but I thought I could do it without it. You could use a chalk pencil here too. Okay. So see, we have some markings for the paws. Oh, Tracy, I'm the skill level you're striving for. Well, thank you. My skills aren't all that great. There's very many things I can't do, including run for any length of time, but that's not sewing related. Like any length of time. My daughter had this run with her school last week or the week before, and she really wanted me to come chaperone. So I did. And somehow I ended up having to run, and I thought I was going to die. And she's in first grade, and here's all these little first graders saying, "Come on, Riley's mommy, run faster." And I had sandals on too, by the way. Running is really hard. Lynette, I think that Demi's pattern will be on Etsy, if I'm not mistaken. So I will be sure to link where you'll be able to find the pattern in the description below. But I'll also make sure that I'm posting it. You'll see it in the Creative Bag Making and the Sew Whatever site as soon as they're available. I promise. I won't leave you hanging. You'll see this frog and this panda, and I also just got the rest of my hardware that I wanted for a dog too. So that one will be coming this weekend as well. So the dog and the panda already have a home, so and just remember, I'm back stitching at the end of it because it's within the seam allowance. So, and there's nothing saying you can't back stitch at the, you know, anywhere, but for this, I like how it looks when you don't back stitch and instead pull it back. Must be perfect. I'm just going back and reading some comments. Sorry guys, I'm falling behind on them. Let's get these other two markings on the paws drawn. Well, I don't know what I did there, but the back stitch got jacked up. So we'll just tie it. Oh, yeah, Danny, thank you. I did not see it earlier. Demi, yeah, absolutely. Share your website, please. And then I'll pull it from the chat. If I can't find it from the chat, I'll just get it right from you directly. And then I'll update my description once the live is over. And I will add your website. I wasn't sure if you had your own website or if it would be going through Etsy. So wherever it's going to be, or even if it's not going to be on your website, but you just want to share your website, go right ahead. And I don't think I said it. I'm using a Tex 70 bonded nylon thread. And I am stitching with a size 19 needle. I don't know if you can use a needle that big in a domestic though, so proceed with caution. And I don't think Tex 70 will go through a domestic either. So there's like Tex 45, I want to say, goes through the little domestic that I have but never ever use. Maybe it's Tex 35. Oh, yeah, it complains. Yours is vintage though, so I'm not surprised if it goes through that at all. So, all right, I have these stitches in, and now I'm gonna wipe away these silver markings that are underneath the stitches still. I just don't want that to be seen in the end. And if you're using white like me, don't mark or don't wipe towards the white, because it'll get all over it. Okay. So now we're gonna do the eye piece. And I don't know why, but I didn't put my tape. Oh, I know why, because I need a rivet. Okay. So I marked these holes. Where's my eyes? Oh, darn it. Okay. So before I cut these eyes out of the template, I had them in here like this. So this is where I cut them out of. And I placed this underneath, and then I transferred this punched hole right here onto the back. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch that out. So teeny tiny little hole there. This is the left one, right? Yeah. I'm going to punch that out on all three pieces. And let me grab my tape. That hole punch is from Amazon. It's I think it's called the Japanese hole punch. All right, no, not these ones. So I'm gonna put some double-sided tape on these pieces, not going over the hole though. That hole punch is $150. I think I paid like $7 US for it. I have a feeling that shipping to Australia is not $143, so I might be able to get one and send it to you. That's absolutely insane. Just keep your double-sided tape on the facial feature that you're doing. Australian tax. I mean, I live in New York. I didn't think it got any worse than that. Okay. I got pieces working everywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to place this template back on. I forgot to transfer the hole before I cut out the eye onto the actual pattern piece, but that's okay because not a big deal. So I've got it there. Let me punch that hole too. I'll just Where's my left eye? There it is. Okay. So right now I'm just taking this main piece. Oh, I was like, what happened to my... Anyway, it's fine. Everything's fine, guys. We're gonna make sure we get the right angle here. Okay, I'll do that when we're done. So no, this isn't the one I want. This is the one I want. Okay. So I'm taking the double-sided tape off of here. I'm going to stack these all up first before I start stitching anything. I'm going to set that there, but not set it down, if that makes sense. And then we're going to go like this. Oh, dang it. I'll repunch the rivet hole if I need to. All right. Right now, I just want to care about this piece here. I'll see if I can match up the rivet hole. Oh, I think I did. Okay. That doesn't look right. What did I do wrong? Oh no, that's the, okay. Hey, and I even lined up the hole. Okay. Now we're gonna go to this one. And I'm gonna take, one of your Yorkies ran off with your sandal, Tracy. Oh my goodness. All right, and then I'm putting this piece on. Yay. So my rivet holes all lined up. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna come back. And I'm gonna line this up. So we'll take off the double-sided tape. The replay will have lots of replay time. Knock yourself out, Tracy. Watch it a million times. Those kids outside are having a good time. These are not mine, though. I know I'm not going to get these to line up a second time. Where did that rivet go? Let's see. So it's mostly where it belongs. I'm just going to see if I can poke my rivet through. The rivet will not be staying right now. Oh, because I used the awl. Okay. Let me just double check, make sure nothing moved. All right. Where's my sander? I know it's really riveting to watch me seam rip. Works out because I didn't pull all the stitches right here that I wasn't happy with anyway, so. if you have to seam rip on something like this, just make sure you get all the loose threads. Otherwise they might come back up to the top. So there we go. All right. It can get really lonely sometimes sewing. I watch, usually I will watch some TV when I'm sewing. Either on the regular TV, or if I'm recording, I'll watch something old on my iPad with my AirPods in, so it doesn't impact my video recording. But I won't do that when I'm live because I use my iPad to read your comments when I'm live. I'm really blind, so I can't see the comments that come on my tiny phone screen. Back. Oh, the mini Magda, yeah, that was one of the first videos I did. Not everybody realizes I haven't been doing YouTube videos for very long, so I'm still learning. How to do them best, and that was one of my first ones, I think. Because this is going to be under there, it doesn't matter, so I'm going to back stitch. And I didn't do it at the beginning, so. My dog is snoring now. Oh no, you broke your twin needle, Mandy? Well, I'm glad I could seam rip and keep you company. I aim to please. Okay. All right, so I've got that part down. Since I already have the black thread in, I'm gonna go ahead and do the center of the eye as well. Although I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't have, but I guess we'll find out. Pull these to the back. I didn't even ask. This is an okay angle for you guys, right? I'm hoping you can see most of what you need to see. Okay, good. This bag is going to be so cute, Demi. So stinking cute. All right. Oh, let's give that ear another coat. My dog is snoring. I hope you guys can't hear that. It's hilarious. As other dogs start barking. All right. I think this will probably be my last coat of base coat, and then we'll put color on. Oh, Lysandra, he's a Shih Tzu. So he's got a short little snout, and he snores like something awful. And we have two. That's just the baby. So we have my other one's 8, maybe? 9? No, he must be 8. I don't know. He's older. I think he's 8, and he'll snore a lot at night too. So every now and then I get to listen to the dog snore and my husband snore. So all 3 of them get going. All right, let's do the right side, and we're gonna stitch down the patch and then the center of the eye before I change my thread back to the white. And then we're like 3/4 of the way there with the face, and now I feel bad. I probably could have done the second ear so that you guys could see it all done, but it's okay. The pattern is going to be the Hugo Bowler bag, and it is going to come with a cat face and a dog face as part of the pattern, and then there will also be an expansion pack, if you will, with several other animal faces being included, and she'll be working on other faces in addition for future releases, but no promises on what faces and for how long. The dog is almost done. I got my hardware for the strap anchors with 2 screws on it in the mail today. So I plan on putting the dog together tomorrow the rest of the way, because the dog does have a home, and it is for a birthday gift for next week. So the dog must be completed very soon. Where did I do with my tape? There we go. All right, let's do the same thing. I'll show it to you before we end the live. I'll show you the hardware. It looks like it'll be a lot better than what I had originally bought. I'm glad I waited another day. I love my double-sided tape. I didn't, but I didn't try too terribly hard. I tried and I couldn't do it, but I didn't have, like, you have hemostats that are a little bit longer than mine, and I didn't find anything longer. So I tried, it didn't turn the way I would have liked it. Like, I was really trying to reach in there and get it. But I also was okay with how it turned out. Let me grab it, I'll show you. So this is the handle. And it's just got these extra 2 sets of stitches in there. And then this is the bottom. So if you see, it's not raw edged. So I'm okay with it. It's beautiful. It's giving you so many ideas for other faces. Good. Make sure you let her know, because she is the master of the animal faces, creating them. I could not create them. So any ideas, send them her way. And I am sure she will brainstorm. I know we have a couple of ideas working, so I gave her a few yesterday while I was sitting in a meeting that I thought of. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, no, just kidding. Whoever those kids are, they're having a grand old time. Some of my kids went to dinner. Some of them went to a smash place, I guess. And the rest of them went with my husband to see the new Spider-Man movie. I'm pretty sure I'm here all alone, which never happens. All right, we got that lined up. A schnauzer dog face would be cute. A pug. Oh, a pug. So, Demi, I was reading the instructions for the fox, I want to say, the other day. Yesterday? Might have even been this morning. I don't remember now. Anyway, one of them, you had some suggestions on how to change it up a little bit to make it be a Shiba Inu. I feel like that's what it was, a Shiba. You had a Shiba on there. My parents have a Shiba, and she's the cutest stinking thing. So. Alrighty, let's see. Oh, that's the left. I need the right. And I did label these left and right, just so, you know, I didn't get too confused. I think I got this right? We're good. Okay. And then so many little pieces, but it's so worth it. A koala would be cute too. I feel like this one could be modified ever so slightly. Wait, or was there? I don't know. I feel like I saw a koala now. I don't want to spill the beans. Okay. No, that's not right. Okay, so these 3 pieces are on. You do have a koala. Okay, I thought I saw a koala, but I wasn't sure. And I didn't want to make promises for things that... Oh, that's the wrong template. I'll be all right. Okay. I'm just trying to line the rivet hole up as best as I can. Let's see. I got it. I got it. There we go. You know what would have been hilarious is if I forgot to pick up the muzzle to sew around. Just saying. That's not even. Is it? My darn rivet. Stuck in my sewing machine, that's where it is. Let's see. Okay. I will adjust until it is even. Or as even as I can get them. Sorry, my head's gonna be in the way for a minute, I think. Maybe this piece isn't attached right. Let's see. It's this piece isn't quite right, I think. That's better, I think. Does that look even? I feel like this eye is a little too close to the muzzle. What do you guys think? Demi's like, Ashley, just freaking stitch it now. It looks good? All right, it looks good. Boss says it looks good. Let's see. know I backstitched, but I'll still pull them to the back and burn them at the end. You're going to want the panda pattern as well. I believe the panda will be a part of the add-on pack. And he is definitely freaking adorable. Okay. Here's that. My other dog is barking up there. He's all alone. Actually, I'm going to wait to stitch this one down. I'll do that after I stitch the white. So I'm going to switch my thread over to white now. Let me grab the bag that's finished. I'll show you what the size is. Oh, sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to scare you. And a ruler. Because I don't know the actual size, to be honest. So this is... Here, I'll move you up. So this is the froggy. He is... about 8.5 inches tall. 9.5 inches wide. And I think like 4 deep. Yeah, he's 4 inches deep, wide. He's short and stocky. And this one, I don't have a crossbody on, but he makes like a great makeup case too, so it's the perfect size. All right, I'll point you guys back down. Find a white bottom. There it is. Bottom looks like it was wound kind of janky. It is really the perfect size for just about anything. Like I could get the sunscreen in there. I got a pack of baby wipes. All kinds of stuff. All right. So first, let's re-stitch down the muzzle. These scissors are in my way. And if you see, my foot has a slit in between it. You might not be able to see. Let me show you, because I feel like that matters. No. Can you guys see? There's the slit in the foot there. And that's how I'm lining up where I'm going to the next hole. Just so you guys know. I'll put it back now. And that's how I can easily restitch in the same hole as I did before. So just as long as you have your stitch length set the same, I'm just lining the hole up between the two pieces of the foot. Yes, the ears will take it over the top. Yes, Tracy, I have learned how to control my machine quite well. I've found that my machine does not like it when I hand crank for any more than like 1 or maybe 2 stitches tops. It gets finicky. So I've learned how to be able to take 1 stitch at a time. Pull this to the back. So these are my last 2 spots, and I don't remember what stitch length I used to achieve these. So this is where I'm going to hand crank to just drop my needle back in the same hole. There we go. Nobody will ever know except for all however many 100 of you are watching this right now. See? No big deal. We got every single hole exactly the way it was supposed to be. Let's tie it off. And that's kind of what we'll do with the ears too, to be honest. I'm gonna pull that set of stitches out that we didn't tie off, and then just reattach them. Okay, now let's stitch down the whites of the eyes. He is looking so stinking cute. Person it's going to is going to love it. It does almost look like a huggable teddy bear, doesn't it? All right, let's see if this ear is dry. Almost dry. All right, so let's do this eye. This machine doesn't have 2 needles. No, Delva, just one. It's a single needle straight stitch compound walking foot machine. Say that one 10 times fast. It's an 1181 and the Juki. I'm behind on comments, so let me read these real quick. I know, Danny, how could anyone? get sick of making it. There's so many different cute options, and I love each and every one of them. And the template is definitely a lifesaver. Yeah, I rethread for each color, Delva. Yep, I break my thread and change my bobbin and rethread it. I've been going back and forth between the black and the white. I try and do as much as I can in one color before I have to change it. But, and I mean, you don't have to do that. You can use whatever color you want. So like I'm gonna go back to white now, or black now. So this is where it is. It's up here. I just snip, yank it out, swap out my bobbin. A whole collection of bobbins in different colors over there, but I did make sure to wind a black and a white one before our live stream because it is really, really loud when I wind a bobbin on a live stream. And then I just rethread it. Takes 1 minute tops. Or 10 when my eyes are really tired and I can't get the thread to go through the needle. That's happened a couple times. See, we're back to black thread. All right, and then we're going to stitch down this last piece here. Well, you know what? I was just thinking, I think I should have done the markings on the muzzle before I changed back to the black. That's okay though. Okay. There is his beautiful little face so far. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's take this here. And what I'm gonna do, I know I haven't put on the paint layer yet, but everything is sealed together now that I've edge coated with the base coat, so it's not gonna come apart. I'm gonna pull the stitches. Probably would be easier with a seam ripper. So I'm just pulling the stitches for the part that I didn't tie them off on. Don't pull the ones that you tied off. And this is gonna be the stitches that are intended to go on the actual face. Right? Yeah. There we go. They were coming out wonky. I thought I was pulling the wrong stitches. So we're only gonna pull like right up to here. Just the ones that were left unfinished. And I like to pull it this way so that I know I don't accidentally seam rip one of the stitches that's supposed to stay. Like get seam ripping happy, and it wouldn't be the end of the world if you went one stitch too far. You could just add that one back on the front, but you don't want to if you don't have to. Oh, there we go. We're at the end. Okay. So now there's no more stitches here. And I have my black edge paint. So I'm going to shake it up real good. Move my white away from it so I don't drop it, because that would be something I would do. Could always do black stitch on the muzzle. I could. I'm not sure if I'm going to. Yeah, Delva. Or Demi, sorry. Delva's comment was right above yours. So let's see. Oh, you were skeptical about the template, Tracy? Yeah, it's good. I know, you know, some people might not want to cut a template out, especially more than once. But I found value in having two for this particular one. For the other ones, I only needed to cut one template. And again, you probably could get away with only cutting one template, but I didn't. So now I'm going to go and I'm just going to apply my color over the base coat. And usually I only do one, maybe two, in very rare occasions, coats of the actual color. I don't see a need to do two with the black. If I'm doing something like white, that would be when I would do two coats, just to make sure it covers and the base coat isn't seen through it. But with the dark colors, we should be good. So I'm just going to make sure I caught everything on the back. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I was setting it on this. That's a bad idea. I was setting it on top of this paint jar, which I have now opened. Don't let me forget that paint jar is not all the way closed. Okay. Oh, I touched it. Shit. Shoot. Sorry. There we go. So Delva, you don't have to stitch and then unpick. The way the pattern is written, you would actually glue the ears together instead of double side tape them. And you would just need to be, you just need to take care that you glue the edges together really, really well. I don't like glue. Glue and I don't go well together. And I was confident in my ability to stitch again in the same hole after I've pulled the stitches out. So I decided that's how I wanted to do it, just for, you know, keeping it consistent. But as it's written, you would glue them. And then you would only stitch between these lines first. I'm gonna put this one together real quick. I won't probably be able to finish it, like edge paint it, but I want you guys to at least be able to see what it will look like with both ears on. We're gonna have to wait a handful of minutes at least for that ear to dry. Before we can actually go and touch the ear. Okay, so while we're waiting, let's stitch this one. Oh crap, is that the left or the right ear? Who remembers what ear this was? Anybody? This must be the right ear. Okay, that's the right ear. So this is the left ear. Okay, so I'm sewing right here. I just said where I'm sewing and I already forgot. What did I do? No, this is the left ear. Yeah, left ear. Right ear. Left ear. Tell me, it's the left ear in a minute when I forget already. So I'm sewing the bigger part. Okay. To pick one another up. 1 second, guys. Hoping tomorrow is the day. After putting on piping. Oh, Amy, yeah, the piping, I feel like the piping took a lot out of me. So yes, this bag will have piping on it as well. I'm not going to put that on tonight though, because I don't have any piping made up. And I'm not sure, I think I'm going to do the rest of the bag all in this black vinyl, because if I do it all in the white vinyl, it will get dirty so stinking easy. It will be impossible for this person to keep it clean. It would be impossible for anybody to keep it clean. not just this person. So I think I'm going to do it in black, which means I think I'll do my piping in black as well. Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes, Tracy, the pattern's going to be a downloadable PDF for sure with SVG files. I don't know if you were here in the beginning when I said that. So all of these facial features were cut out on my Cricut Maker. Okay, now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna stitch the rest of the way. I don't have very good light in here, so I'm having a hard time seeing now that it's getting darker. There we go. I can't see, it's too dark. Okay. I know that doesn't look beautiful on the back, but these are the stitches that are coming out anyways. So, because I had to maneuver it with one hand. So I will cut these short-ish. My scissors are stuck closed. The template, yes, the template I did cut by hand, Elva, and then for the pieces that I chose to cut out, I just used an X-Acto knife on those. So it cut them really well. I just put a new blade in and it was good to go. I hear children. My children this time. Perfect. All right, then we're gonna hit this with the lighter. Get rid of any fuzzies from the piece that I just cut. Tracy, does the pattern explain what I'm using to paint the edges? So what I'm using to paint the edges is called Giardini, I don't know if I'm saying that right, base coat, and just then regular color paint. So I will be sure to link, there's several places where you can get this brand of edge coat. And there's also other brands also. There's a lot of small businesses that are US based now that are creating their own edge paint that seems to be of similar quality. I have not tried it yet because I have so much of this to get through. But I will link some of those shops too that are alternatives to get edge coat paint. To the best of my knowledge, you can't get this one on Amazon though. Or if you can, it's going to be like a third-party reseller and you're going to pay an arm and a leg because it's already a little bit on the pricier side. So in a minute here, I'll check that. Uh-oh. No, that's good. I'll check that other piece and see if we can position the ear. Oh no, I dropped it. And then that'll be it for the night. And for those of you that didn't watch me paint the first year, I've gone around it like 3 times now probably. The first coat, layer, whatever we want to call it, of edge painting usually just gets sucked right up by the raw edges of the material that you're using. So I'm generous with my first coat, and then every additional coat I do is a light coat of paint. Okay, so we'll set that one down. Wipe up the mess I made. Yeah, so Lysandra is right. That's why I'm using the paint on the edge. So you don't have to. It's, you know, up to you, your preference. I think it makes it look more polished and put together to edge paint the pieces that are going to be sticking up off of the bag. So this, I think, is good. Alrighty. No. My right ear. Okay. And I forgot to do it on this one, but I'll show you. I'm going to extend the marking here for the eyes on both sides. And then I'm going to cut the eyes out real quick so I can transfer markings. If I can find my X-Acto. There it is. So I'm just going to cut the eyes off, or not the eyes, I keep saying the eyes, the ears. I'm going to cut the ears off. You think black piping will look good, Lynette? White handle, black rust. That's actually what I was thinking, Demi. I was thinking white handle, black rest of it. I'm just reading comments. Angelus, yes, I have some Angelus paint. I don't know if they have a base coat, so I have only ever tried Giardini base coat. But yes, I have used Angelus paint on top of Giardini base coat, and it's phenomenal. And they have some colors that Giardini just doesn't have. Purple. I don't know why. Purple is impossible to find. I don't need to be cutting my panda here, so. So now I have the markings here, and then I'll show you how I'm going to place it on the front panel. Come here, baby. Come here, Woody. Okay. So now we're going to take our beautiful little panda face and place our template back on top. And see how I have right here, I transferred the markings from the pattern. So now I'm going to transfer them one more time to the actual main panel. I'm just going to make the tiniest little dot. And then something for it to extend against. And then this template real quick. Now I'm going to mark the holes here. And I will punch those. I'll just punch the one for right now, but all right, so right now I've got this hole punched, and then I have these two placement markings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to match these two placement markings up with the ones on the face. So I'm going to pop the rivet in. And see, I have a mark here, and I'm going to match it up with this mark here. Same thing over here. You can put some double-sided tape on it. I think I will put just a small piece down here, like a tiny piece. I'm going to use 1/8 inch wide. So one more time, I'll show you. We're going to line these two marks up here. And these two marks up here. And press. Okay, so that's the ear. Now, all the stitches that I took out, I'm going to go back and I'm going to re-stitch them. This time it's going to be attaching it to the actual face of the animal. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put my rivet back on. Of course, the rivet back I picked wasn't the one. Wasn't the right one for mine. Somehow my silver, nickel, whatever we want to call them, rivets got mixed together. And it's luck of the draw on if I pick the right one or not. All right, let's set that rivet. Oops. So I'm trying to be kind of careful with it because it's, I mean, it's dry, but it's like tiny bit tacky still. So what I'm going to do here is I've got this is where my rivet is. I'm covering this because it's delicate fabric, but also I need to set the rivet. So now the rivet is set in here, and we're gonna stitch it down. I'm gonna put this right here just because it is dark now where I am, so I'm gonna make sure I don't mess it up at the end. I have a light. Hang on, let me grab this little light and plug it in. Hopefully that doesn't mess with things for you guys being able to see. There we go. Now remember, I'm just going back over the holes I already made. If you did it as written in the pattern, you're going to be sewing these for the first time, so it won't even matter for you. Oh, Angelus doesn't have a base coat, Demi. Okay, that makes sense. It is a labor of love. Delva, you can do it. I did put the ears on before the piping. You're right, Demi, but that's okay. I want everybody to be able to see how to put the ears on. That's like the thing that most people don't understand. So yes, when I put my piping on, I will have to bend my ears forward. I'll show you guys. Also, I'm only putting one ear on tonight. Okay. So there it is. So now when I put my piping on, I will have to make sure I pull my ear forward like this so that I can stitch down my piping. And then I'll show you what it'll look like. Like I'll punch the other hole, but I'm not gonna set the other ear because obviously it's not done. diameter go? There it is. All right. There is the ear. Yes, you are meant to do the piping first. I should have said that first. Let me read these comments real quick. So you'll have to bend the ears to sew the piping. Delva, I will, so I'm not putting this ear in all the way. I just want you guys to be able to see. I will have to bend this ear forward, but yes, you are supposed to put the piping on first. But I want you guys to be able to see, and then I wanted you to be able to see how I stitch it back down. So we aren't putting this ear on tonight because I don't want to have to bend them any more than I have to. Did I not sew the ears on before the piping? No, you don't, Danny. You don't put the ears on before the piping typically. Do you have to rivet the ears on? You could just sew them on, Danny. On the frog that I made, enough of the eyes were on the bag that it didn't matter to me, so I did not rivet. In this one I think is one that you could definitely get away with only stitching down. I think enough of the ear is on the actual face that you could not rivet if you don't want to. It'll just give it a little more durability. Do you have to? Yes, yeah, Demi, yeah, you're meant to do the piping first because the ears really get in the way otherwise. There's just an added strength. The dog, yeah, definitely. I'll show you guys the dog. Not the live dog. I mean, you could see him again before we go, but. Here we go. So this is my dog. He is adorable. I love it so much. And then I can't decide if I'm gonna do the stitching on the muzzle for the panda in black or white. So I think I'm gonna sleep on that, but it would be done exactly the same way as I did the accent stitching on the paws. But yes, so this is what the piping will look like. And I just have my pieces at the beginning and end of the piping meet right here, and I put this piece right over it to hide it. That's all in the pattern. She shows you exactly how to do that. But when I do show you guys how to put the rest of the bag together, we'll start with the piping, and the panda will will still only have one ear actually sewn down at that point, so that I don't have a hard time with the piping. Because bending one ear is, I mean, you can do it either way, but really it's easier if you wait to put the ears on until after the piping. Oh, but I didn't put the rivets in the eyes. Hang on. Let me show you those. I need 2 more rivets. So the rivet in the eye is just kind of meant to be like a sparkle, a twinkle in the animal's eye. You can, it's totally optional. You could skip it. I think it's cute though. On my frog, I actually did the sparkle with a piece of vinyl that I stitched down. With the eyes being as big as they are on the frog, I thought it was cute. So here's the sparkle. Let me set those real quick, but that's how that'll look. Okay. There you go. He's our little one-eared friend at this point. We'll give him another ear just for good measure for now. We don't want him to be deaf or anything. All right. Let me just read. Live dog would be nice too. I'll grab the live dog too at the end in just a second. The dog is, I don't think either one was terribly difficult. They just require patience. That's all. Patience. Hopefully you heard that, because he's like, you don't have patience. What are you talking about, Mom? I love the eye sparkles too, me. I guess the dog does have less pieces, I guess, so technically. I thought the frog so far was the easiest one. But there's other animals where the ears and or eyes don't stick off the bag. So I think those would be the easiest ones. Let's see. The sparkle is the best part, yes. Thank you, Tracy. It's adorable. Danny, I promise she won't hate you. Aw, thank you, Demi. I'm so happy. Yes, the penguin. The penguin one is the easiest one. So, on that note, I will grab Real Dog really quick, but this is our finished panda. I'm so happy with it. Obviously, this ear needs to be stitched down and painted and all that, but it's adorable, and the home that it's going to, she's going to love it as well. And then I'm thinking, I can't decide if I'll do white or black stitching here, but I'll make sure I give you guys a good close-up picture of it too, so that you can see it. I'll post it in Creative Bag Making and Sew Whatever. So you'll be able to see close up how it looks when it's all finished. And I'll grab the pupper, and then I'm gonna head in. Come here, buddy. Everybody wants to say hello to you. Come on, baby. All right, say hi, buddy. Say hi. He's very shaggy. He goes for a haircut on Sunday, so just 2 more days. He is cute, isn't he? The panda came out great. Oh, I'll show you the frog real quick, Kathy. Here's the frog. The frog is all complete. I love it. I thought he was very, very simple to accomplish. So if you want something with pokey outy bits, but not anything too overly complicated, I would definitely suggest the frog. Thank you, Demi. I love it. The panda came out so good. I can't wait to finish the whole thing up. Yes, yeah, Demi's releasing packs for different faces after or with the pattern, but I know she's talking about future faces as well, in addition to the ones that have already been tested. All right, well, thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me. It took a little while. It doesn't have to take you that long. You don't have to be quite as extra as I was, but that's how long it took if you want to make it look exactly the way I did and make all the same mistakes that I did. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your night and or start to your day, depending on where you are in the world. And I hope to see you around again. Bye, guys.